Lesson 12, Part 6, Єрусалим, Єрусόλυма. Jerusalem is odd for 3 reasons. It has 2 forms, one that is neuter and one that is feminine. This is probably because the word Jerusalem is not a Greek word, it's a Hebrew word. So it got borrowed into Greek from Hebrew. And so different people treated it differently. And they, this is what's called transliteration. When you take a word, normally a proper name in one language, and just bring it straight across into another without translating it, you just take all the sounds, but you have to change it a little bit to make it match. This is actually Єрусалήμ in Hebrew. They don't have a sh sound in Greek, so it became a sigma. They don't have a proper y sound in Greek, so it became an iota at the beginning. Єрусалим, Єрусόλυма, fairly similar, but not exactly the same. It's transliterated. But to figure out what gender to make it, some people made it neuter, some people made it feminine. Some people, because it's neuter, they had to throw an alpha on the end to make it work properly in Greek. Now, its feminine form is indeclinable. It doesn't change. Єрусалим is always the same. That's the nominative form and the genitive form and the dative form and the accusative form. It never changes. We're actually going to talk about indeclinable nouns a little bit later in this lesson. Now, its neuter form, for some strange reason, only takes plural endings. But that doesn't mean that there are more than one Jerusalem. Just one Jerusalem, but the form matches the neuter plural forms, which is why this is an alpha and not an omicron in Єрусόλυма. So we have He Єрусалим, Tes Єрусалим, Te Єрусалим, Ten Єрусалим. Now, you'll notice when an iota comes at the beginning of a word before another vowel, it makes almost a y sound, not a j sound, but a y sound, almost like a y. You can say Єрусалим, but it's just a little bit easier on your mouth to make it a Y kind of a sound, and that's perfectly acceptable. Now you'll notice here, all 4 of these are exactly identical. It's indeclinable. It does not change. You don't decline it. Indeclinable, not declinable. Don't change the word. Or we have ta Єрусόλυма, tu Єрусόλυμон, to Єрусόλυμоїс, and ta Єрусόλυма. Now you'll notice these are singular neuter forms of the definite article, but these are plural neuter endings. Again, this is actually singular, but the form it takes for some strange reason is the plural forms. But the good news is you're not going to be confused. You're not going to be trying to translate and you're like, the Jerusalems are, that would be really weird. Like there aren't more than one Jerusalem. There's just one Jerusalem. So translate it as singular, parse it as singular, but the forms are unfortunately plural. So just watch out for that. There are a couple of words that do things like this, but they are pretty rare. Don't worry about being able to decline Jerusalem or give its gender number case. You won't actually have to. You won't need to parse it. Just be able to recognize it if it's in a sentence, be able to translate it properly. I'm not going to make you parse this word. I'm not going to make you decline this word because it is so weird. Just be able to recognize it and you'll be fine. Summary: indeclinable means does not change form. Jerusalem is irregular because it has 2 forms, one neuter and one feminine. The feminine form is indeclinable. Its neuter form only takes the plural endings.